Hey, so I had mentioned at the end of the last update video that there would be a big announcement later on. I wasn't allowed to talk about it. Well, as of today, I am now allowed to talk about it. So, rather than putting it all the way at the end of the video, I'm going to just tell you now. If you just want to know the announcement, here it is. There was a documentary made about Hiyu and I and our whole experience with the kidney donation. So, it's made by Joe Hunting. It's called The Reality of Hope. And it feels weird to even say this. It's going to be premiering at the Sundance Film Festival in January. It's going to be in the short film category. And I can't believe that it's turned into this. So that's the announcement. If you were just here for that, you're good to go, and I'll see you next time. But I want to talk a little bit about it, if you want to hang out and hear a little bit. So, the whole thing started when I was out in Sweden during the first round of testing. I had a lot of emotions. I had a lot of feelings. I needed to talk to people. And I started reaching outside of my normal friend group because I was in a different time zone, and all my normal, like the people I would hang out with the most were not online at the time that I was. So I started talking a lot more with my friend Max, Max Films VR. He and I talked a whole bunch about our experience, or my experience with like the doctors and the donation stuff and all the stuff I was worried about and everything that was going on in my head. And he also filmed one of the kidney update videos. It was the one, I forgot which number it was, but it was the one where I was flying back to New York the first time. My laptop was not able to record that. It just wasn't powerful enough to do VR and record at the same time. So Max filmed that. And after I got home, they reached out to me and said, hey, I'm talking to Joe Hunting. I wanted to know if you'd be up for doing a documentary. Because Joe apparently was looking for stuff to do. Max is a good friend of mine. And he thought this was a compelling story that people would want to hear. So we ended up starting doing a whole bunch of interviews and stuff. Between like Hiyu and myself and everything. And it was quite an experience. It's really fun. And it gave me something to think about while so that I wouldn't have to think about, worrying and being afraid that things wouldn't work out. That was on my mind all the time. And working on the documentary stuff, doing the interviews and everything really helped with just letting me get a lot of my feelings and everything out there. So that was really good. But then when it came time to fly back to Sweden, they actually flew out there alongside me. Not flying, we met there. And we did a whole bunch of on-camera stuff. We did a bunch of interviews. We did a bunch of like Hiyu and I just like talking about everything. And they were there all the way through, up through the surgery, the recovery. They did a bunch of stuff with us, like when it was time for me to come back home. It was a whole thing, and I couldn't talk about it publicly. I did let a couple of my close friends know about it. Sorry, Joe. I know I wasn't supposed to tell people, but I was just so excited. But yeah, it was such a wild experience being part of that whole thing. Normally, I'm on the production side of the camera crew. I'm not used to being on the other side of it. It was very strange for me, but I'm really excited for when we can finally share this documentary with everybody. It's going to go through the film circuit thing, like the festivals and stuff at first, but hopefully it'll land on some streaming service at some point in the future, and I'll be able to share it with everybody. Well, I'll definitely be able to share it with everyone at some point, but it's going to be a little while out. There's no trailer yet, but that will be coming soon. And I'll probably put out another video like this when that trailer is available, just to point everyone to it. But yeah, so again, it's called The Reality of Hope. It's coming out at Sundance this year, and I can't wait to share this experience with everyone, because as much as I tried to capture everything in this video series, there's a lot that happened that you guys didn't get to see. There's so much on Hiyu's side of things. This whole series was just me talking to the camera. You haven't really heard a whole lot from him. This documentary goes into a lot more than just that, and I just can't wait to share it with everybody. Anyway, I'm probably going to have another one of these videos come out when the trailer releases, and then I'll have another one probably right before I go out to Sundance. So yeah, there is more coming in this series, and I can't wait to share it with everyone when it's all coming out, because God, this was just a wild experience that I never could have predicted that it would go in this direction, you know? Like, I couldn't have known. When we started this whole thing, I just had a friend that I wanted to help out, and that's all it was. The documentary stuff came, as I mentioned, once we had already gotten a yes answer from the doctors. So that was like halfway through the whole process, but I think it's the more important half of the process. It was, yeah, quite a wild experience. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys for now. Be looking forward to the next update. I can't wait to talk more about the whole thing. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I would be glad to talk about everything now that I finally can. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.